When I was just 14 years old, I went from making around about $300 a month to making over $2,000 a month with my self-improvement coaching business in less than 2 weeks. And the actual speed and energy and feel of this 2-week period where my income was just increasing, sale after sale after sale, the number of clients increasing, how many calls I had increasing, constantly, all the time. It was just so crazy, fast and epic to me, especially at just 14 years old. And I kept saying this one saying, and I just kept saying it over and over again. I just kept saying, shit is going down, shit is going down, shit is going down. I felt special, I felt destined for success because I was 14, everyone else I saw in my space was 18 and they were also struggling to just even get a few sales. And here I was at 14 years old, making $2,000 a month. But all good things come to an end, and the same thing happened with my coaching business. And of course, it did eventually come to an end, but the thing was, it didn't just come to an end and my growth stopped. Actually, getting up to 2K a month caused my entire downfall and it ruined my entire life. My name is Sam Walford. I'm a now 16-year-old dropout entrepreneur from Coventry in the UK. And this is my story about how making $2,000 a month with self-improvement coaching at just 14 years old completely ruined my life. This is the dark truth about making money online at 14. You see, the problem actually all stemmed from not the amount of money I was making itself. The money completely changed my life. I was able to buy new things. It's I could buy a GoPro, I could upgrade my setup and shit like that. It's I could just buy shit I wanted. It was so epic having this money. I managed to get on convince my parents to let me get on a carnivore diet pretty much. It's everyone at school knew about my channel and they were all trying to make fun of me constantly for it. It never really bothered me that much. I sort of got used to it, but once I was making so much money with it, it's they just could not say anything because it was haha, you're making money. It just didn't happen. And so 2K a month at 14 with coaching, I quite enjoyed the coaching too. It was enjoyable work. It really did change my life and it really was epic. The money itself did not the money itself did not ruin my life whatsoever. What actually did ruin my life though was something completely different. You see, my offer was, it was $149 a month. I had a sales page on school and everything, and I'd get my traffic from YouTube and take it to the school sales page. And then from the school sales page, it was a VSL and a few images and other shit and on the sales page and the about page and everything. And it was $149 a month. And the offer pretty much was $149 a month. And you get unlimited texting with me. I'll create your whole game plan for how you're gonna improve, and it was mostly about helping them with their self-improvement channels too. And then also would have a 30-minute call every week as well. And that seems like a pretty good offer, and that seems like a good amount of time for me. 30-minute call a week, that's 2 hours total. If they're paying $150, so that's $75 an hour. And then also the texting and other shit too, let's just include that. So maybe I'll go down to $50 an hour. $50 an hour is a very, very good rate to work at. It didn't seem like that much time it was actually costing me to deliver to clients. But I had around about 12, I think maybe 13 or 14 clients at my very, very peak. And you figure that out. 12 clients, 30-minute call a week. That's 6 hours a week. That's 6 hours a week working, that ain't that bad. And then also because of churn, people canceling and stuff, you have to put more work in to get new clients. That's just how coaching businesses and most businesses work. And so maybe it was around another 14, 15 hours a week doing YouTube and other stuff to get in new clients. And so let's just say 20 hours a week total on my business. And let's just say another maybe, I don't know, 14 hours a week, 2 hours a day on self-improvement. So that's 34 hours a week in total for everything. That's not that much time, is it? 34 hours a week, that's less than a 9 to 5. And also that's time me doing stuff I'm actually enjoying. And so surely that's good, right? But here's the thing. I had another 35 hours per week with school. 7 hours a day in total during the whole school day and also getting ready for school, going to school, getting back from school. It was 35 hours a week. And so you add that together. That's roughly about 70 hours per week. 70 hours per week of doing pretty intensive work. It actually sort of requires my performance or school, which was just really, really stressful for me because I just do not do well in that environment. And it's many people can work for 70 hours a week. You see many people working 70 hours a week especially in poorer countries and stuff, where it's probably much more stressful than what I went through. But I was also 14 at the time, and it was simply too much for me. And it was just too much time for me, too much stress for me, especially doing the calls. It was I'd have them all on my Saturday or spread out over Sunday. And because of time zones and everything, and obviously you want to clump the calls together so they're all at once. Pretty much what happened was it felt like my entire Saturday or my entire Sunday was completely gone, like my weekend pretty much entirely gone. And then it was like I was trying to get work done before school and then trying to get more work done during the weekend, and it was like I couldn't fully lock in because of that. I felt like I was constantly burning out and everything, and it really, really just got to me, and it really, really, it was too much for me, and actually it caused something to manifest in me, something to start happening within me that it completely and utterly ruined my life. And this addiction started, I started thinking about it again, and it started coming back to me. And this addiction, which I kind of struggled with before, it wasn't that much of a bad thing in the past. Actually, this addiction it was a massive thing in my life previously, and it was actually a really, really good part of my life, which I don't regret. But this thing I used to commit myself so much to, which I probably could call an addiction, it started to come back to me during this period where I had my business, where I was starting to burn out. And this addiction, the thoughts just started coming into my head, and then it's like I did it one evening with my brother, and it just manifested in me. And so one night I was just like, man, I really know I shouldn't indulge into this addiction that I used to have again. I knew I was going to do it, and I knew I shouldn't, but it was like, I just knew that I had to go back to this addiction to deal with all the stress that was happening. And so one night, it was a school night where I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. the next morning to like go working again, to go work on my business. I had to get up early before school, but it was the night before that, and I just knew I shouldn't indulge in it, but I did it anyway. And so what I did, I went onto this website. I can't remember the name of it. And what I did, I searched it up for like FC24, basically the new version of FIFA, and I bought like a code for it, and then I downloaded it. And all throughout it was like I knew I shouldn't be doing this, but I just could not deal with the stress. I needed to escape from my life. I needed to escape from all this stress. And even though it was probably like 10, 11, maybe even midnight, and I had to wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning, I just went into it, man. I just went into it because I just needed to escape, and it was just so horrible. Like, I knew that I was doing the wrong thing by downloading this game, but I needed to get away from it because of all this stress that my business was causing me. And so I started playing, and it was fun. It was really fun. I remember I did a manager career mode of like Coventry City FC, which is like, I live in Coventry in the UK, that's why I mentioned it at the start. And I won't lie, it was really, really fun. And it was like, I'd play for like 2-3 hours every night, maybe to like, probably around about midnight, like 1 a.m. I might quit. And then I started just waking up later naturally. Like before, it's like, I was waking up at like 4:30, I'd wake up normally, get in my ice bath, go back upstairs and start working. And it was a really, really good grind period when I did that. But now that I was staying up later to play video games, I would start getting up later. And so it was like, okay, maybe wake up 30 minutes later, get a little bit more sleep, wake up at 5 a.m. And then it was like I started getting really sleep deprived because I was only getting like 5 hours sleep a night. And so then I'd stay up to like I'd wake up at 5:30, then 6, and then 6:30. And then soon enough, I was waking up at like 7:30, which is like the latest I could possibly wake up before school with time to get ready. And so then I'd have no time to work before school. And so I'd wake up just feeling like really, really shit that I couldn't get any work done, because it's like you wake up and you regret what happened last night. Yeah, that's what happened. I wake up, I'd really, really regret like playing video games last night. And then it's like, okay, sick, okay, I've woken up, I regret doing that, I'm gonna grind now, I'm gonna get shit done. And it's like, okay, but I've got to leave for school in 45 minutes. So then I'd just wake up, and I just wake up crying because of it. And the thing is, I also just started hating the calls as well, all these calls, working with clients and everything. I just started hating doing that as well, because it's like, on the weekends, it was like this free period, finally away from school, finally got some free time. But then I've got all these calls to do, and I'm not enjoying my business work anymore because it's just so stressful. And it's like, I'm making this money and I want to carry on making this money. Obviously, I don't want to let myself down. It's like, I've told everyone I'm making this money. I've told everyone that I'm going to go do this and I'm going to go do that. And I've told everyone that I was going to go to France that summer and everything. And I started talking about going to France that summer with my dad. This was I think this was 2024. It's like I told everyone that I was going to like pay for a trip for me and my dad to like go to France and shit, because like, je parle un peu de français. I wanted to like improve my French and just experience another country, you know, because at that point, like, I'd only basically gone abroad once, and so I wanted to experience all this shit and wanted to buy all this new shit and everything. And I told everyone that I'm gonna do all this shit. And it was like I was making this money, and so I needed to carry on making this money, but at the same time, I just fucking hated it. I just fucking hated working on my business. I hated doing the calls. I hated doing the YouTube. I just started hating absolutely everything. And as summer started coming around, because that was about spring, that was like March 2024, I was 14 at that point, where my business blew up. And then I turned 15 in April, and then it was around about that time I remember I completely did my thumb in as well. I tore all the ligaments, so my thumb was basically just hanging on by skin and like other like flesh inside. It was fucking horrible. I completely did my thumb in. That took like months and months to fully heal. It's not like a broken bone. It was like the thumb was like ligaments take ages to heal because there's no blood flow to them. That's besides the point. I did my thumb in, like mountain biking, big horrible crash there. And I really, really loved biking, and that made me scared to bike, and obviously I couldn't even bike anymore. I couldn't even run because it fucking like jolt my thumb too much, and I had to have this big like thing on that hold it in place and shit. And man, life just got really, really horrible, and I just fucking hated my business. And so then I started coping with video games, and then that made my shit sleep, and it made everything worse. And I was having to go to school every day, still hating school. And it was like I started making less and less money. It's like I told everyone I was gonna go to France and shit, and then my dad was like, "Oh yeah, can you afford to go to France?" And I was like, "No, because I'm not making as much money anymore." And so then I needed to put more effort into the business. But then putting more effort into the business made me hate it even more. And the whole reason I wasn't making money in the first place was because I hated the business. And it all stemmed. You know what it all stemmed from? It all stemmed from those calls and the client delivery and just having to put too much work into it. I just burnt myself out way too much with it. And this is the point that I want to get to today. The lesson that I want to teach you today is that you should not be trying to get rich or die trying. You should not be trying to make money, get rich at all costs, make money online at all costs. Because if you do try and do that, do you know what will happen? The same thing will happen to you as happened to me. And you will fucking hate your life. You will have all the money in the world. Life is epic, but then life isn't epic because you fucking hate your work. Because long story short, my coaching blew up in March at 14 years old. I remember we were on like a holiday up north, like near the Lake District. And I got like 2 sales while I was there, and then I got another sale on the way home. And it was like I had like 2 clients before that. I was just like, what the fuck? Life was going so well. And it was just like I kept saying shit is going down, and I really loved it. And like for a period, that hype period was so epic for the like last bit of March and like start of April. Life was so epic. I remember going back to school and like telling the one friend I had in school, like, man, I need to get out of here. Like shit is just going down. I was so excited, working so much and everything, getting shit going. And then sort of April finishes, May comes around, I'm around about hovering around 2K a month, you know, and everything, and that's when I sort of did my thumb in May, like mountain biking. And then shit started going downhill. I started enjoying it less in like June, and then I started playing video games in like July again, and it's like I started talking to some girls at school again, and that sort of distracted me again. And then like sort of June, July, it's like I stopped doing as much business shit and everything. I stopped being consistent, going to the gym and everything, and then by around about September, yeah, I think through July and August, that was the worst point of it, playing video games, waking up crying and everything. My mum catching me playing video games, that was fucking horrible, because obviously my parents know about my business. And then by September, I was completely and utterly broke because clients started cancelling, I started burning bridges, and yeah, by September, it was fucking horrible. And long story short, from September to pretty much at September, I got into filmmaking and shit like that. I started rock climbing, started speaking to girls there and shit. That sort of, I guess, just being a normal human being again, just forgetting about business, going rock climbing, started running and going to the gym again, started filmmaking a bit more. That was like the hobby I really enjoyed. It got me out of the video games. I started having a new mission in my life, and then pretty much from there, I started a business again, and then more or less, it's brought me to where I am today. I'm now 16, I've dropped out from my business. It's like I went traveling a load this summer. It's like I'm doing this documentary. It's gonna be on 𝐬𝐭𝐫𝐸, which is pretty fucking sick. I've met all my online friends in real life this summer. This summer has been sick, man. But all of this would not have happened. I wouldn't have been able to pull off the life that I'm living now if I hadn't have learnt this lesson, that you need to enjoy your business, that you need to actually enjoy your work, that you shouldn't basically sacrifice your life just for money. Because that's saying, like, get rich or die trying, make money at all costs. Like, basically get rich at all costs, like, make money or die trying. They are pretty sick sayings, and they can be, like, really, really, like, motivational, inspirational. It's like probably when you started getting into business, and I can completely relate to this, it's like, get rich or die trying. Fucking epic. Yes, I'm getting rich or dying trying. This is like young teenager, hates school, hates life, wants to break out of it, doesn't fit in the system, like classic, like future millionaire story. Like you hear a billionaire like tell his story about like when he was trying to get rich. It's pretty much that. It's like he hated the normal system, he wanted to do something different, he had this vision, this idea, and he goes and pulls it off. And get rich or die trying is really just like the central like saying of that. It really epitomizes it. And so you think like get rich or die trying, man. I'm gonna fucking get rich. I'm gonna move to Dubai. I'm gonna get a Lamborghini. I'm gonna have that penthouse. Everyone is gonna be like, oh shit, he actually did it. You're gonna make fuck you money, you know. And so then you start a load of businesses. You might start like Amazon FBA. You might start drop shipping. I've got a list of them here. You might start copywriting. You might start affiliate marketing, ghost operating, drop shipping. I already said that. Let's say you find one that works, like doing faceless YouTube, where you're in the niche of like horror stories. So it's like faceless YouTube. You're telling like these horror stories of these serial killers and shit, and you make these YouTube videos. And this is actually exactly what I used to do. And so pretty much what you do, you find random stories about serial killers on like Wikipedia and random other YouTube videos. This is pretty much what I used to do, okay? I used to search up this YouTuber called Mr. Ballin. I used to like, I think I've started watching him from his very, very first video. He's now like, got like 20 million subs or something, which is crazy. But I'd go on all his videos and literally just find the stories and just copy them. And then I'd go on ChatGPT, get ChatGPT to write a script. I'd have to redo it a load of times because ChatGPT would always hallucinate, make up random shit, you know, not really, it wouldn't be long enough. And so like redo it a load of times on ChatGPT, creating like extra accounts and whatnot for the free trials and everything. And then I'd get that script, go to 11 Labs, and like I'd have to keep going like the Tor browser and everything, like the really dodgy browser, so that I could like be blocked from like, so that I could basically have multiple free accounts and multiple free trials and my IP wouldn't get blocked and everything. And so I'd have to like use that, and it was always really, really slow, fucking horrible to use, but I'd have to go through that. And you get on 11 Labs, create a like free trial account, get the voiceover and everything like that. And then I'd get the voiceover, I'd open it into CapCut, I'd get some random images of like serial killers or like monsters and shit like that, and like overlay them. And then I'd like put like AI subtitles on it and shit. And then I'd export the video, make a thumbnail, and then upload it onto my YouTube channel, then also turn it into shorts, and then I'll upload that. And I think I was uploading a video like every other day. So like I'd upload and then I'd miss a day, I'd upload and I'd miss a day. And that was just sort of the routine I did with it. And I think I might have had it for like about a month or so, or a bit more than a month. And it would take around 90 minutes of work per day. So like, I think it was about, 3 hours of work per video. They're pretty like shitty, like 5-10 minute videos, just AI bullshit, you know. But I was slow with it. All I had like it wasn't like my internet was quite slow, and so shit just didn't work that well, you know. It was all like really dodgy, like trying to like go on like that browser and everything. I didn't enjoy the work pretty much. It was 90 minutes of work per day. I think I was 13 at the time. And it was something, I remember just telling my friend in school, like, I had one, like, good friend in school. I just remember telling him, like, man, it's gonna be pretty sick, like, once I get monetized on this channel, just, like, a little bit of extra income from it, coming from this. And actually, the channel started to pick up some traction. I was grinding every single day. I'd come home from school, I'd like, work out, and then I'd have my dinner. And then after I had my dinner, it'd be, like, 7 p.m. I like, getting to bed early at that point. And so, it was like, I'd have my dinner, and then it was like I'd have like an hour and a half to like try and like work on these videos. But I would upload them consistently, and I got some consistent views, and actually I stuck with it for about a month, and it wasn't the most enjoyable thing. Like I didn't really enjoy the work. I'll be honest, I hated the work. It was just like, oh shit, I've got to work on this now. But I knew it would bring me some extra money, and I really, really wanted that extra money. And actually near the end of like the month, around about a month after doing it, I started to pick up some traction. Like a video, one like long, I think 2 videos maybe got a couple thousand views, and a few more got a couple hundred views and shit. And the shorts started getting a couple thousand views, and it's like I got up to like 150 subs or something like that. I was finally getting some traction. The videos were finally getting a bit more views. But then I quit. Do you want to know why I quit? It's pretty obvious at this point, isn't it? I really didn't enjoy the work. I really just fucking hated the work. I couldn't deal with it anymore. And what happened was, once I finally realized, like, I actually finally had this success. And once I finally had this success, I wasn't monetized or anything like that. I wasn't making any money. But once I realized how it felt, once you actually start getting some views, I was just like, shit, man, like, this isn't actually that good. Like everything I'd been doing it for, these views and everything, once I finally got it, it wasn't even that good. And so that got rid of all my motivation to lock in and grind and work and everything, and then I just quit. Because to me, the work was just absolutely meaningless. It was like absolutely pointless. It was pretty much like the same as a 9-to-5 job to me. Like in my head, I just realized, like, shit, man, this is the same as a 9-to-5 job, because I'm just working each evening, and I'm only working for the money. What do you do in a 9-to-5 job? Well, you work just for money. And that's the whole thing that you're trying to escape by making money online. Like, you want to make money online, go travel the world, meet up with your online friends, go drop out, have this freedom, be able to like just travel to random fucking places and like live life, experience life, and have this freedom. That's what you want, isn't it? Like I mean, realistically, you could go to university, get a high-paying job, and actually make a good amount of money. You're not making money online for the money. You're making money online for the freedom that the money gets you. In a 9-to-5 job, you literally just sit down at a computer, do some meaningless work that you don't really care about. It's just for like the company you're working for or whatever. And you're just going hour by hour to get paid. What do you do with a faceless YouTube channel or some SMA or dropshipping or whatever? You sit down at your computer and you do some work for a few hours that you don't want to do, and you just do it just to make the money. And it's like my work was completely meaningless. It's like before I had like a Fortnite YouTube channel, like when I was younger, I used to like really fucking grind on video games. Like, I got pretty close to going pro in Fortnite and everything. I was like literally multiple times on my PS4, like one singular point in cash cups away from making $200. On PS4 at like 11, 12 years old, okay? I fucking grinded that shit, okay? And at the same time I was doing YouTube and everything, and with that it was really enjoyable because I was doing the work. I was still trying to make money like playing Fortnite and shit and doing YouTube, but I was doing the work. Like I really still enjoyed doing that. I really still enjoyed playing the game, grinding on it, editing the YouTube videos. I still enjoyed all that work. And so it felt like a meaningful mission to me to like go pro in Fortnite, get good on YouTube and everything like that. It was like a meaningful mission to me. When I was doing this like horror faceless YouTube channel, it wasn't the same. I knew I was just doing it for money. It's like I'll constantly get comments of like people telling me that like the story is completely fake and made up, because obviously ChatGPT would just make up random shit, because it was like I tell ChatGPT to make the story longer, and then it would just include some random extra bit, like make up some random character. They were supposed to be like true stories, but then like ChatGPT would just add random characters in, where it just didn't happen. And so it'd be this like story about some woman getting kidnapped and shit. And then randomly add this like extra thing of like, oh yeah, and her brother named Bob came in and started talking to her randomly, and it'd just be the most random shit ever. But ChatGPT, like, I mean, they got views and shit, and so I just did it for the money. And I really didn't like those hate comments I was getting. It felt like meaningless work, and at the end of the day, it was just like a glorified 9-to-5 job I had. And so obviously I quit, and I got absolutely nowhere with it. And what I realized is that when you follow this like get rich or die trying type of thing, what I won't like is fucking motivational as fuck, and I'm sure there are some guys out there who have got their SMA or their agencies or their whatever the fuck, like meaningless businesses, and they actually really enjoy working on it because they like that like entrepreneur grind hustle lifestyle. But if you're this far into this video, you probably really resonate with me with the fact that you don't want to do some shit like that. Like, you want to build your empire. You want to like actually have a business, actually be doing something meaningful, actually like impacting the world with what you're doing, actually really enjoying what you're doing. You don't want to be in like some epic like location like Dubai or like wherever the fuck, like Norway or somewhere like that, like you're traveling really epic location, and then have to just like work and just work, like do work you don't want to do. You want to be there and be able to experience it. You want to be there and be able to work and enjoy your work. You want to be in some fucking like random village in like fucking Slovakia or some shit and go into a cafe and pull out your laptop and enjoy your work, rather than just like traveling wherever the fuck you want to go, like going to some random place in Macedonia or going to like, I don't know, like Buenos Aires, or like you know what I mean? Like, you want to travel to random fucking places. You don't want to be doing that and then having to work on shit you don't want to do, okay? You want to be there and sit down in some sick location in some foreign country and pull out your laptop and get working on shit you actually want to do. Because if you follow this get rich or die trying shit, what happens is you just pick the best business model, which is the best at making money at the time, okay? Because obviously business models, they kind of change which one's the best, which ones are the easiest. And so what happens is you end up just like sacrificing all your time and all your effort and your entire life into making money. And then you have no like life or freedom left to enjoy, because you're making money. Like I said, you're making money for the freedom that it brings you, okay? And so what is the point in sacrificing your own, like not even just your time freedom, but also your mental freedom, okay, just for money? So let's say there's some guy who wants to do like an OnlyFans agency because that's like the best thing to make money. And so he makes the money with that, okay? Pretty disgusting, but he makes the money doing that, like OnlyFans managing or whatever the fuck. And like, yeah, he's free now. He's free from the system. He can travel wherever the fuck he wants. But in his mind, in his head, he isn't free. Because he knows the work he's doing is like basically just completely ruining the lives of like the girls he's working with, and completely obviously ruining the lives of the guys who pay for that shit, okay? And so he's free physically, but he's not free mentally. And obviously that's a pretty extreme example, okay? And obviously there are like Andrew Tate archetype guys who's like, they don't really care about ruining people's lives and shit doing that. They just like, yeah, get fucking rich at all costs. And for them it works, fair enough. If you're here, that probably isn't you. And so on a smaller scale, like maybe you do some business like I don't know, like drop shipping, or maybe like e-commerce or a faceless YouTube channel. Like, even though you're not like ruining lives with that, it's still not meaningful work. And you know that like you're pretty much wasting your life in how you can impact the world and how you can change the world and who in people's lives you can change and what you can potentially do with your life and actually enjoying your work. You know you're missing out on that, and so you will not be fully free. If you want full freedom, okay, you need to be making money doing something you want. Don't sacrifice your freedom for a business that is meant to set you free in the first place. Don't trap yourself inside the vehicle that's going to take you traveling around the world. Now you might be thinking, okay, Sam, okay, you don't really get it. Because I'm gonna make money, and then money's just gonna fix everything. Like, I just need the money, and then like I won't really care about spending my time doing something like that I don't enjoy because I'll be rich. It's like, okay, maybe it takes me a couple hours a day, but then I've got like 20 more hours to enjoy life with money. That's pretty sick. Like, I'm happy to give up a few hours just to make the money and then live life in the sick way. Let me tell you, and this is coming from me, where I've already experienced what it's like having the money, okay? Not like 10, 20, 50K a month. I'm not there yet, okay? But having that freedom coming from a few K a month, I've experienced that. I know what it's like, and let me tell you, little bro, okay? The money does not fix everything. The money, you get it, is hype for that like 2-week period where your like income's increasing so fast, shit's going really fast. And then you just get used to it because you only feel the acceleration. And once you're at that really high level, all you do is you just want more, like you just want more money constantly. You cannot be happy with any amount of money you ever have. And so what you have to do, you just have to be like happy with how you're making money now and then go and do what you enjoy. And then the money will come from that. And that's the point I want to get to now, monetizing your passion. And so after younger Sam quits his like faceless YouTube horror channel, which he had when he was 13, he just sort of moves on a bit, carries on getting on self-improvement and shit like that. Like gets his friend onto self-improvement, which is pretty sick and everything. He gets better at mountain biking, better at running, like really enjoying life, just young kid. He's 14, really enjoying like self-improvement and everything like that. And after a while, he gets this little idea that pops into his head of what he can be doing. And so one evening after school, it was about early summer, I believe it was, early summer 2023. I was 14. And I arranged to like go in a room with this like one friend I had on. He was one friend I had in school. I got him on self-improvement. It's like I was basically training him in running and everything. And we went to like a local park and shit. And I remember before our run, we sat down on this bench because I told him like, there's something I need to tell you. There was some idea I had which I wanted to tell him. And so I go out, I run to the park and everything because he lives right next to the park and I just train him running around the park. And so I run to the park and everything because I'm sort of, I've run my entire life. I'm sort of just way more advanced in running than him. And so we sit down on this bench after we meet. I've already warmed up and everything, and so we didn't want to sit down for too long. We just wanted to get to it right there and then. I just say to him, like, I've got this idea, this really epic thing I think could go pretty well. And I just tell him, I want to start a self-improvement YouTube channel. Because at that point, I'd been on self-improvement for like 6 months. I'd made some good progress on self-improvement. It's like I'd had my friend on to self-improvement. It's pretty sick. I'd had like another guy I used to know onto self-improvement a little bit. And self-improvement at that point in my life really just was like my major passion. And I had this idea, like I also like really enjoyed YouTube. And so this idea I had like a self-improvement YouTube channel. It was the perfect thing that I could do. And it made just so much sense to me because it was like, instead of trying to learn some new skill about doing faceless YouTube channel and storytelling, these horror stories, and learning how to do the AI voice and learning how to edit in this way and do whatever, instead of like trying to learn all these new skills and do work which I didn't enjoy, it was like, I can do work I enjoy, helping people, which, I mean, I enjoy helping people onto self-improvement. I really enjoy doing that because it's like, I'm changing lives. That's so epic. I enjoy doing the work. And it's also like, I'm doing it off a skill that I already have instead of trying to learn a new skill. Coaching my passion, coaching self-improvement made just so much sense because I already had this skill of self-improvement, of helping other guys into self-improvement. It was something I enjoyed. I was changing lives. It was meaningful work. I could get paid for it. I was doing YouTube. I enjoyed YouTube. I was just like, man, this shit, it's just fucking epic. And so I started waking up early every single morning, fucking let's go. I enjoy this, I love this work, man. Like making up YouTube videos, planning YouTube videos. Okay, what did younger Sam, when he was trying to get on self-improvement, what did he struggle with? Okay, he struggled with porn. Okay, he struggled with like this girl that broke up with him. He struggled with like dealing with that. Okay, he struggled with like going to bed early and shit. Okay, he struggled with like working out. Okay, he struggled with these things. It made him feel like this. Okay, what did he want to achieve? Okay, younger Sam, he wanted to achieve this. He wanted to be more confident talking to people at school. He wanted to be better at running, but it just hurt so bad. He wanted to like run his first 5K again since he quit running, okay? He wanted to do this, and it just made so much sense to me, like planning the videos, you know? And just like, okay, he wants to achieve this, but it hurts him in this way, and this is stopping him. What advice do I give him? How did I solve this problem when I was younger? Okay, let's give that advice in the video. And it just made so much sense to me, you know? And I just love doing these videos so much, and so I'd run out to like these woods, and I'd record the videos, and I just fucking loved it. And I started up a Discord server, and long story short, like, my school found the YouTube channel and everything, and then my parents obviously found out about it. My parents are fairly supportive with it from the start. I actually made a video recently about like what to say to your parents if you've got a YouTube channel. Like, if your parents don't know about your self-improvement YouTube channel, then I've made a video about it being in one of the corners somewhere. And I really, really enjoy my work, and like, even though people at school knew about it, even though like basically I got excluded from all the social shit at school and everything because I had this huge self-improvement YouTube channel and everything like that, even though it was like I was basically not hating my life because of being socially excluded, because I really love my life because of YouTube. I started really, really hating the school because it was like I literally did not talk to anybody there. I had to put up with like people giving me bullshit about doing YouTube and everything like that. I really loved the grind, waking up early every single morning to grind on making the videos, and then it's like summer came around and shit. It was like this school trip to Japan and everything, which I had, like, I got the fucking little stickers somewhere there. And it was just like, it was epic period, making the YouTube videos. It's like, and then I started doing these like YouTube shorts, and I sort of blew up with that. I was like copying 𝐬𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿, and then 𝐬𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿 like following me on Instagram and shit, and that was really epic. And then I started this Discord server, and I get guys into the Discord server, and I start coaching them for free, and it's just really fucking epic. It's like, I'm changing lives. I'm helping guys to do the same shit I've already done, and I was 14, and it was just fucking epic. And then I had an idea. I was like, oh shit. What if I can self-coaching? What if I can make money on this before even being monetized on YouTube? And so I just messaged a few of guys in my Discord server, and I'm just like, hey man, like, are you willing to pay me like £50 for me to like coach you on self-improvement? We can do these courses and we can do this. And I just really loved it. I really love like coaching these guys on self-improvement. It was like, I only made like a couple £100 in my first few months. I was charging like really low prices, but I loved it. Man. I really loved it. And it was like, I got made fun of at school for it, okay. It took so much time, so much grind, but I fucking loved it, and life was just so sick doing it because it was work I enjoyed doing. I was monetizing my passion. And then from there, I moved on to school and everything. I started to do more of YouTube and whatnot. I changed things up, got better at business, obviously, as you do. I started coaching these guys because these guys, pretty much, I was coaching them on self-improvement. But then I'd like blown up on YouTube a little bit. I was getting like loads of views of shorts and shit like that, and like loads of views on my like daily uploads and shit. And so they were like getting like no views, like 7 views. I was getting like 1,000 views. And so they all wanted me to coach them on YouTube, and so I started coaching them on YouTube, and then I was making money with coaching. And so they were like, Sam, can you coach us on how to do coaching too? That's pretty much how I started helping them with coaching as well. And my whole business now is pretty much helping guys exactly like you to start making money from your self-improvement channels, or making money by monetizing your passion, by becoming a coach for your passion. And that's my entire business, me helping you to make money online by you coaching your passion. And obviously from there, I moved over to school. I started having the offer for $150 a month. That's when that was like March 2024 and everything. That's when it blew up to 2K a month, and that's obviously when I started hating my life, started playing video games again. And then obviously from there, it's like got into filmmaking, basically picked my life back up at the end of 2024. 2025 starts rolling around. 2025, man, this year has been so fucking sick so far. Picked up business again, went traveling this summer, met up online friends and everything like that. Been fucking epic this summer, and life has just been sick since. But honestly, like, overall, like, I love doing my work. I love making these videos. Like, I don't even know how long this video is. I've got to check. I'm just still recording. Hang on. Yeah, we're still good. And I just really love making these videos, bro. Like, I've been recording for I don't know how long now, like 20, like more than that, like half an hour probably. And it's like hard work. I've got to wake up, I've got to go in my ice bath, and then it's like I'm fucking freezing, so I have to get in like the hot shower, so I'm not just like sitting out here shivering, because it's pretty cold out here. It's 15 degrees Celsius out here right now. And I mean, I'm sitting in the sun, so it's not that cold. But it's like mentally tough work. I've already had 2 coffees today, so I'm a bit like shaky. It's hard work, you know. And I just love it though. I just love it, and I love helping you with this shit that I've already gone through. I love helping my guys where I'm coaching them on basically how to do coaching and helping them to get their first sales and shit like that. I just love doing this shit, man. I really love doing it. And even though I'm like not making even like 5K a month yet, I just love doing this work. And what I realized is that when you take advantage of monetizing your passion, you take advantage of doing the work that you actually love doing. Not only do you obviously love doing the work, and hard work doesn't become easy, it just becomes enjoyable and you become better at it. This isn't easy, this is still tough, me recording here, but I enjoy it more, okay, and I'm better at it because I enjoy it. And actually, in the long term, because you enjoy it more and because like you actually enjoy doing your work, you're gonna work more, you're gonna work harder because you actually enjoy doing the work. You're not gonna be trying to like avoid your work, you're gonna really just want to work constantly. You're gonna have this mission in your life, okay, of what you love doing. And so you're gonna work more and consequently, you're gonna make more money by doing what you love. I say it's just a win-win on all fronts, and not only that, obviously, if you make money, you become like physically free. You can travel, you can drop out, you can do all this cool shit once you start making money. But you're also mentally free as well. Because you have this mission in your life where you can align everything to, and once you have this, like, man, if you have not like fully followed your purpose, fully followed your mission, like when you've aligned all your life to like one singular goal, life is just fucking epic, man. Like you're living how you should as like a masculine male. It's just fucking epic when you can align everything to this one goal. There's no bullshit in your life. Oh, I've got to study. Oh man, I don't want to do this, but I've got to do this. It's like everything you're doing. It's not easy. I won't lie. Like getting in the ice bath, doing this work, it isn't easy, but it's just like you're better at it and you enjoy it more because it's this mission that you have. And I really, really love doing my work now, and it makes life just so much better. Like in this grind period, September, I'm gonna be doing daily uploads and shit for this big launch I'm doing in October. And it's a really fucking hard grind period. It's like most days I'm just home alone, like all day, not speaking to anyone because like I'm dropped out. So everyone else in my family is, I still live with my parents, obviously, I'm 16. Everyone else is like at work or at school and shit, and so I'm just home alone all day, just grinding, just utterly grinding. Every day, just constantly, and it's hard work, but I enjoy doing it. I'm gonna be recording for hours today, man, but I enjoy doing this work because it's just my passion. And so you need to be monetizing your passion, not get rich or die trying, monetizing your passion. And actually, if you want to learn how you can start coaching your passion, how you can start monetizing your passion, I don't sell a course, I don't sell any bullshit guide or book or anything like that. I give everything away for free. And so if you want to join my school group isn't $150 a month anymore, it's completely free. I've got my entire course, it's the $1,000 protocol to teach you how to make your first $1,000 with coaching your passion. It can literally be anything. It can be working out, self-improvement, a hobby, social skills like social anxiety, mental health, whatever the fuck, a sport. It can literally be like anything like you've improved in your life. You think back to like your younger self, like a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, what did you used to struggle with, which you have now solved like in your life now? You can teach guys just like your younger self how to solve those same problems, and man, it is fucking epic, okay? And so the link for the $1,000 protocol and my course and my school, everything is completely free, man. It's all in the link there. I do sell some like coaching and other shit like that, where it's on my time, that's how I make my money. But like all my course, like all the information, I just give it away for completely free because like I don't want to fucking like put that shit behind a paywall. I just want to like give you as much results as possible, but obviously like when it's my time, I'm coaching you like one-on-one on calls and shit. And obviously that shit does cost, that's pretty much, I'm being completely transparent here, okay? And so the $1,000 protocol, my entire course, I literally give everything, like everything you need to do is completely there for free. The link for that is in the description, it's right there. And yeah, man, I really, really hope this video has changed your life, and I really, really hope this doesn't cause you to go down the same path I did, and I really hope it doesn't end up, yeah, you ruining your life. I really hope this video can save your life. And everything is there in the link in the description. It's all completely free. Go there right now, man. I'm gonna change your life. Yeah, man, I appreciate you watching. Obviously you watching to the end of this will make the video do better on YouTube and shit. But what you can do for me is really best just join the school and shit, because that helps me out the most. Even if you don't pay me money or anything, you're just joining the school, following that, maybe even getting results for yourself and just saying like, yeah, Sam shit does work. That's pretty much what you can do to help me out the most. And so the link for that is in the description. And trust me, like guys are getting their first sales for like $1,000 over that consistently. It's fucking crazy. What we can do with a free course. I just teach everything there for free, but I think that's enough plugging my free product for now. It's been good talking, man. Goodbye. That's an upside down wave.